The Manhattan Open has been the most prestigious event on the beach since it began in 1960. Legendary figures in the sport of beach volleyball have made their mark at Manhattan. Mike Bright and Mike O'Hara won 5 Opens. Ron Von Hagen, the best of them all, also won here 5 times, as did Jim Menges. And in those early days, they did it not for money, but for glory. In the 80s, Randy Stoklos and St. John Smith helped bring the sport into the professional era by winning 114 tournaments together. But their record of success would not have been complete without their wins at Manhattan in 86 and 89. In the 90s, there are new kings of the beach. Their names, Kent Steffes and Karch Kiraly. Together, they've won 35 of the last 43 tournaments, including the last 2 at Manhattan Beach. Today, they go for 3 in a row. We're live from the beach volleyball capital of the world, Manhattan Beach, California. This stylish, yuppie community offers just about everything for locals and tourists. Mode of transportation? You choose it. Wheels? What? Yes, fans from everywhere come to explore the intricacies. Care for a dip? Go in the water. Surf it up. Anyway, it is a perfect setting for the grand mommy of them all. The $100,000 Killaloop Manhattan Beach Open. Hi, I'm Chris Marlowe along with Paul Sunderland. Happy 4th of July, everybody, and welcome to Wimbledon. No, the Wimbledon of professional beach volleyball, an event that started 34 years ago. And since that time, Manhattan has always been the biggest and the best and the most prestigious tournament of them all. I ask you, Paul, why?
Well, it's a simple question. If you take up beach volleyball, this is the tournament that you dream of winning. If you win the Manhattan Beach Championship, you establish yourself as one of the greats of all time. Like winning the Indianapolis 500 or the Masters Golf Championship. You ask Pete Sampras, does he want to be the #1 ranked player in the world, or does he want to be the Wimbledon champion? He wants to be the Wimbledon champion. Every beach volleyball player wants to win here at Manhattan.
If you're talking about winning time, you have to think of the best volleyball team on the beach, Karch Kiraly and Kent Steffes. Disappointing in Chicago, but they have come out blazing here.
Well, they have bounced back. They have skyrocketed back into competition. They played poorly in Chicago last week in Maryland. They demolished a quality field. They only gave up 20 points over the course of 5 matches. When they are playing at their best, that means jump serving, playing good defense, executing all the skills like no other team can. At this stage, they're in a class by themselves.
Karch Kiraly and Kent Steffes, they're going to go up against Brooke Vandeweghe and Adam Johnson, who have made it into our final. $100,000 in total prize money going to be split up in this particular tournament, Paul. But there is an intricate bonus system, the Miller Lite Grand Prix, at the end of the year that you can pick up some cool change.
Well, you'd be very consistent throughout the course of the year. If you're #1, you win an additional $75,000 that year. Last year it was Kent Steffes. But players like Steffes, like Kiraly, that's only part of the over $350,000 they win in prize money. Kiraly and Steffes have been the most consistent throughout. They have a huge lead so far in the Miller Lite Grand Prix bonus pool. Randy Stoklos is a distant third, and there you see a group of the top players, and St. John Smith still hanging on down in 7th position.
Talent alone does not win a Manhattan Beach Open. Much like in tennis, the French Open, or Wimbledon, perseverance and stability pays off. It all began Friday at Manhattan Beach with action on 16 courts spread across the sand. The Manhattan Beach Open is a double elimination tournament, and on Friday morning it's the goal of the 64 teams, 128 players, to avoid that first round loss and take the short trip to the final through the winner's bracket.
Man, it's a tough road to the finals.
Saturday morning brought out the fans in full force. Yes, beach volleyball fans who arrived California style, under their own steam to see the best in the world. At 9 a.m. Saturday, Karch Kiraly and Kent Steffes faced their toughest test of the first 2 days. Steve Timmons and Brian Lewis. But at 10-all with 18 seconds to go, Karch delivered the stuff block, sending Timmons and Lewis into the contenders bracket. In the players' tent, Timmons steeled himself for a potential 3 more matches. An ordeal of endless effort, and in between matches, endless waiting. Two quick wins helped Timmons and Lewis conserve strength and put them just a win away from surviving Saturday at Manhattan Beach.
Tough road coming back to the win-losers bracket, the finals, baby. Continuing on.
In the day's final match, they trailed Brent Frohoff and Ricky Ludes 14-11. But after fighting off 4 match points, Timmons and Lewis prevailed 18-16. Left for Brian Lewis, a refreshing dip in the ocean, and the prospect of 3 more grueling matches on Sunday. And this morning, Saturday's exhilaration was followed by Sunday disappointment. Timmons and Lewis losing to Johnson and Vandeweghe 15-1.
There's always next tournament.
There is always next week. Steve Timmons made it till Sunday, but it came to a very abrupt end this morning against Vanderway and Johnson.
Terrific final for Timmons and Lewis. Okay, let's talk about our championship final coming up a little later. Kiraly and Steffes, Johnson and Vanderway. Before we get to them, however, we're going to show you action in the women's division, the AVP Women's Challenge. Nancy Reno and Angela Rock going up against Holly McPeak and Cammie Sorelli. How do you match it up?
Well, very different styles entirely. Rock and Reno hammer, block, jump serve. Sorelli and McPeak cover the court, play defense. It's the little gals against the big mamas.
All right, we're going to pick up that action. Rock needs a big one, $100,000 in total prize money. First 20 split, second 12, $9,500, $7,500, and the AVP paying all the way down to 7th. Make that 17th place. Quite a scene here in Manhattan Beach. 4th of July weekend party tonight. And one of these teams is going to party hardy with the title. Kent Steffes to serve first against Johnson and Vandeweghe. And I would think, Paul, the start very critical for Johnson and Vandeweghe.
Vandeweghe has got to be able to side out against the block of both Kiraly and Steffes right away.
Vandeweghe right off the block. That spike is a successful one, so we award a kill. Vandeweghe a 1-for-1, and Adam Johnson, the most feared server in the game, at least one of the 2 or 3 best. Scott Akatabi, Brian Lewis would fall in that category. He'll serve. Top conventional wisdom would be to serve Kent Steffes out that team.
Well, I think the way to beat Kiraly and Steffes is to get to Kent Steffes, make him move to the sidelines. Kiraly just has so many natural talents, and not just hitting the ball. Outstanding receiver of serve, maybe along with St. John Smith, the 2 best in the game.
Johnson. Nice dig by Karch. Johnson going to get another try here. And he puts it away. So Johnson and Vandeweghe have the ball. Vandeweghe will serve. First tournament they played this year. 5 tournaments in Pensacola. No score. AJ is there. Looking for a point. And he gets it. 1-0.
Good scouting by Adam Johnson. Kent Steffes' favorite corridor is over the block or crisply down the line. You have to deny the strength of his game to force Kent Steffes to beat you cross court.
1 serving nothing. Steffes, Kumba has one down the hatch. Kiraly and Steffes winning The last two Manhattan Opens, the past couple of years. Good communication, Karch and Kent.
Well, Kirai again sets the ball, looks at the defense of Adam Johnson. He breaks line, screams cut, which means sharp cut shot to his young partner, Kent Steffes.
Husband and wife area, no communication on the play.
Right up the middle, Kent Steffes going deep center, right between Brooke Vandeweghe and Adam Johnson. You got to communicate on this play, and it's usually the cross-court player takes that.
Nobody but Karch looking for three and getting it. Quickly, Karch and Kent ahead. 2-1.
Giving Brooke Vandeweghe an awful lot to think about. Fake blocking. In other words, when Brooke Vandeweghe looks to focus on the ball, Kirai fakes as if he's going to block, drops off and plays defense. Really giving Vandeweghe a lot to think about.
Good scoop. Go! Johnson off the tape and gets it down. Nicely done. Early action here. Mike Dodd, Mike Whitmarsh finished third. Ryan Lewis and Steve Timmons in fourth. Frohoff Ludi's fifth, along with the Brazilians Anjinho and Loyola. Johnson serving. Kirai steps ahead by a point. Steffes taking his time. Straight to the line.
A little home maintenance there by the players, straightening the lines, making sure they lay as flat as possible.
John McEnroe would still be playing if he could have done that in tennis.
Move the lines a little bit.
Quick, cut! Steffes cranks one down the line.
You have to stay with your game plan if you're Vandeweghe and Johnson. Kent Steffes will hit 70% of all his shots away from his body. Again, down the line or outside the block, sharply down the line. You've got to deny that shot and just play the percentages. If he bombs some cross court, so be it.
Two serving one. Nice shot. Once again, the communication there between Johnson and Vandeweghe. It was a team that was not great right at the start. Johnson and Vandeweghe gaining confidence.
Adam Johnson and Karch Kirai probably cover the court better than anybody else in the game right now. Look at Karch playing center field, waiting for the call, trying to anticipate breaking the wrong direction.
Cut! Blocked by Vandeweghe.
That's the key. Stop Kent Steffes. And Brooke Vandeweghe and Adam Johnson are a major factor in every championship when Vandeweghe blocks a number of balls.
Working on Steffes. And Steffes watches one sideways.
See Adam Johnson favoring the shot down the line against Kent Steffes.
So Kent Steffes with the white hat and the gray tank top to serve. He won 18 tournaments last year, a record and the most money ever by a professional player, $330,000. And Johnson, great ball control.
You mentioned Steffes' 18 victories. He won 16 of 19 tournaments he played with Karch Kirai. His other two victories with part of the opposition here, Adam Johnson, early in the year while Karch Kirai was in Italy making $1 million playing in the Italian Pro League.
Johnson to serve. 2-2. Oh, in the corner. Another ace for Johnson. So Adam Johnson revving up his down-the-line jumper.
Don't blink against Adam Johnson. If you lean towards the middle, it's going to get hit behind you. Rocket down the line. Steffes with no chance.
Timeout on the sand. Early action. Johnson and Vandeweghe up by one. Quite a family tree for Brooke Vandeweghe. His father, Ernie, played in the NBA. His mother was the 1952 Miss America, a Broadway actress. Uncle Mel played in the NBA for Fort Wayne. Brother Kiki, an NBA All-Star twice. 11 pro seasons. Sister Tana swam for the 1976 Olympic team and played volleyball. And Sister Heather earned a tennis scholarship to Stanford and was a professional polo player. So the pressure really on Brooke to perform this year, and he has come out and won his first tournament.
And I heard a second cousin was an astronaut.
Is that right?
No. But with that genealogy, why not?
That's the Tang side of the family. So Karch Kirai to serve it up. Karch is 32 years old, born in Jackson, Madison, Michigan. Interestingly, both Camp and Karch born in the state of Michigan, so you don't have to be a Californian to play pro beach volleyball. And Vandeweghe whacks it hard. So Brooke Vandeweghe and Adam Johnson looking very strong here early. They lead 3-2.
Adam Johnson jump serving, playing good defense. The key again is Brooke Vandeweghe. Can he side out for a long time? He's got to block 3 or 4 balls to win this championship, and Adam Johnson 7 or 8 digs and then the detonation in transition.
Did it touch Vandeweghe? Yes, it did. So Kent Steffes converts off the top. Generally, you're supposed to hit the ball 3 times on a side, but you don't have to. You can poke it over on 1 or 2 if you like.
90% of the plays, however, will be the 3 contacts, pass, set, and hit. Big difference, though. The touch on the block counts as a contact in beach volleyball, different from the Olympics or college or high school or junior volleyball.
Vandeweghe looking very, very confident right now. He'll position himself at the net.
And the court is the same size as we see in the Olympic Games or college competition. 30 by 30 on each side of the net. Only 2 players covering the same size court.
Not a seat left to be sold here at the Killer Loop Manhattan Open. Johnson serving. Karch has it. Steffes. Over and out. Another point for Johnson and Vandeweghe. Keep in mind, it's only 1 game to 15 for the championship.
One of the Brazilians, Anginho, would have had that ball. He would have given it the bicycle kick, probably with a little English, and won the point.
Adam Johnson, a tremendous athlete as he gets the sign from Vandeweghe. Baseball, soccer, and tennis as a youngster. He is rocketing the jumper. Karch going on too. A good example of when to strategically not hit it 3 times.
Well, that was opportune play by Karch Kirai. Adam Johnson and Brooke Vandeweghe are really working Kent Steffes, serving him hard and moving him around. Kirai had no choice but to hit that ball.
2 serving 4. That's out of there.
If I'm Adam Johnson and Brooke Vandeweghe, I like the feel of this match right now. Kirai and Steffes not talking to each other much in between points. The energy really seems to be on the side of the net of Vandeweghe and Johnson.
Over him he goes, so Kent Steffes puts it away. Life has sure changed for Kent Steffes. In 1988, Kent's first year on the tour, he was a 19-year-old rookie. He flew to Salisbury, Massachusetts for a tournament, discovered he could not rent a car because he was not 25. Had very little cash, tried to hitchhike to the site, got lost, found the beach at 1:30 in the morning, and slept under the stage until his game the next morning. He won $300 that weekend. Now,
Add about 6 more zeros, and now he's about gotten up to speed. A great talent. Could have been a collegiate All-American. He started out at Stanford, then went to UCLA. I think could have been an Olympian, but his goals are on the beach.
4-2, Johnson Vandeweghe have the lead. Vandeweghe right here for number 5. Yes. Kent Steffes having some problems.
Well, he's not passing the ball effectively. Kent Steffes is getting worked right now, just not passing the ball accurately to his partner.
20-second sand timeout taken by Kirai and Steffes. You're allowed 2 full timeouts, 4 20-second sand timeouts per team per game. The championship final here at the Killer Loop Manhattan Beach Open. Ryan Steffes, 10 out of 14 this year, but trailing here 5-2. Oh!
Shrapnel!
An ace to the face of Kirai.
There's a word for this in volleyball lingo. Incoming! Look out! Kirai can barely get out of the way.
Full timeout, Kirai and Steffes. 6-2, Johnson Vandeweghe. Back at the Killer Loop Manhattan Beach Open, an upset brewing. Johnson and Vandeweghe Karch Kiraly and Kent Steffes, the Kings of the Beach 2, a major tournament on the AVP professional beach volleyball circuit. Johnson and Vanderway back out, and the crowd is with them.
And deservedly so. Adam Johnson has come out with a purpose. Jump serving like nobody's business. He's creating points, or he's serving clean winners, or not so clean if you're Karch Kiraly just barely getting the facial out of the way.
5 straight points for Johnson and Vandeweghe. Johnson is there again. Can he put it away? Yes.
Johnson staying with the game plan again. Denying line, anticipating line. That's where it will pay off. Stay there against Kent Steffes.
Adam Johnson, the 1986 NCAA Player of the Year at USC, joined the national team for a little while, but then decided to accept $100,000 to go play in Italy, and he was banned for the national team for life. Whether he can still go back remains to be seen. Jump serve gets away.
I talked to Olympic team coach Fred Sturm, and he said, look, Adam Johnson is welcome back anytime. I just don't think that he'll do it. He's just having a lot of success, and Fred would want him back right now, and AJ's not about to do that.
Ryan Steffes trailing 7-2. Over! Johnson and Vandeweghe making it look easy.
Some confidence in that strut. Brooke Vandeweghe has got his game face on.
6:39 to play. 7 serving 2.
5-point lead, Johnson Vandeweghe. Over! And down the line goes Kent Steffes. When Steffes and Kiraly have had troubles this year, it's been Steffes passing and hitting, and Kiraly setting going off just a bit. It's a team thing.
Well, you make Kiraly kind of a non-factor by always serving Kent Steffes, and if Steffes is shanking, if there is a weakness in Kiraly's game, it's his consistency setting the ball from off the net on trouble passes.
Is playing so well. The Karch and Kent are now starting to serve Johnson.
Well, that's what he did earlier in the tournament to get to this final against Mike Dodd and Mike Whitmarsh. Brooke Vandeweghe was so steady and so confident after an early brush with Mike Whitmarsh that the opposition had to go to Adam Johnson. Now look at Kent Steffes out of 15.
Another rocket. Trouble. AJ. For 8. Got it again.
Smart move by Adam Johnson, retreating to the right side and again just bombing away for points.
7 in a row for Johnson and Vandeweghe. Domination on center court of the Kings of the Beach, Kiraly and Steffes. A couple of minutes ago, Adam Johnson served the bullet against Karch Kiraly. Let's listen to it. Unbelievable. AJ and his partner, Brooke Vandeweghe, ahead now 8-2. Johnson still serving.
And if Karch Kiraly cannot get out of the way, it takes a flesh wound. Nobody out here is getting out of the way of that.
And Karch taps it right through the block. How mad is Karch Kiraly right now?
Not yet. Not yet. He's being a patient person. But a couple of more. You know, it's not because of what Kiraly and Steffes have been doing so much. Adam Johnson has been unstoppable with his jump serving. It's dominating this action.
And the jump serve error into the net. Karch and Kent led 2-1. But then Johnson and Vandeweghe scored 7 straight points. Johnson serving and Vandeweghe blocking. Johnson again. Johnson. And he's chasing. And the touch play. So an important play for Karch Kiraly and Kent Steffes. They needed that.
Kent Steffes to serve. 2, serving 8.
once again against the very consistent Brooke Vandeweghe. A very important point on the board, breaking up that streak of Adam Johnson and Brooke Vandeweghe.
Johnson and Vandeweghe getting balanced serving.
And that's really a compliment to Brooke Vandeweghe. You would expect 90% of the serves to go to Brooke Vandeweghe, but he's been so solid that Kirai and Steffes have been forced to go to Adam Johnson.
8-3 is our score. Johnson and Vandeweghe still up by 5. A reminder that the Miller Lite Milwaukee Open is coming up in 3 weeks, presented by Old Spice, July 31st and August 1st. Make your plans to join us. 2-day coverage in Milwaukee. Paul and I will be there to bring you all the AVP volleyball action. Building up as Vandeweghe crushes it.
Very important that you don't give up 2 points in a row. Brooke Vandeweghe was dug once. That cost his team a point. He comes right back with a strong side out.
8 serving 3. Steffes.
Side out, Steffes and Kirai. Kirai serving.
Kirai and Kent Steffes trying to work their way back into this one. Trailing by 5. Karch's jump serve looks anemic.
And Kirai and Steffes, if there is a good side, they currently occupy it. Johnson and Vandeweghe sense that they have caught Kirai and Steffes in one of their rare spells. Happened to Whitmarsh and Dodd after they won the winner's bracket in Chicago. Long rest while the other team plays and stays focused. Kirai and Steffes have come out flat.
Johnson again. And Johnson chewing on referee Jim Leonard.
Okay, right now, Adam Johnson has got a crystal ball. If Steffes goes line, he's there. If he goes cross court, he's there. And he can transition. Not only does he make the play defensively, but he's able to score at the end.
6-point lead. And double contact called on Kirai. The wheels are falling off.
Exactly what you alluded to earlier, Chris. Kent Steffes is passing the ball 10, 11 feet off the net, and Karch Kirai, the chink in the armor, left to right transfer, double contact, lots of spin, easy play to call.
20-second timeout. Kirai and Steffes in trouble right now. Not communicating, not passing, not setting.
And not serving. They're not able to compete with the jump serving of Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson has never won Manhattan. Neither has his partner, Brooke Vandeweghe. Johnson.
He has won Hermosa. He has won Milwaukee. He won this year in San Antonio. Has some big championships to his credit. But as we discussed in the very beginning, he may be ranked 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. But the most important thing he can do this year is win this tournament.
7-point lead as that serve flies just long. Kirai Steffes, give me a scenario where they can come back here.
They need to have something positive happen that doesn't kill them to get it. They need a quick stuff block. They need a jump serve ace. They need something very good to happen to get on a roll.
Trying to rev up for a jump serve ace. Nope, tentative. Vandeweghe with the set to Johnson, and Johnson lethals it. If Karchin can't have to serve Johnson the rest of the match, they're going to lose.
Forget it. Adam Johnson, look at the confidence. Tentative jump serve and a rocket cross court. Steffes with no chance.
Up by 7 is Johnson. I'll tell you the scenario right here, Paul, for victory for Karchin Kent. I'm going to give it to you at 10-3. You serve Brooke Vandeweghe relentlessly every time and hope he succumbs to the pressure of Manhattan. Hope he gags.
Gotta go. Steffes. Kirai and Steffes still struggling for everything they get. You alluded to the pressure of Manhattan. Anna Novotna yesterday against Steffi Graf, up 4-1 in the third set, and just started making mistakes, feeling that kind of pressure from a major championship. That's a good timeout. Good timeout right here after 1 point scored. 20-second variety for Adam Johnson and Brooke Vandeweghe. Do not want to let Kirai and Steffes get into a rhythm because they have really struggled early.
10 seconds,
So
Ken.
it may be up to Brooke Vandeweghe. His partner, Adam Johnson, is playing superbly. Can Brooke Vandeweghe hold on and win here at Manhattan? Same scenario earlier in the year at San Antonio. Johnson and Vandeweghe got out very big and had to hang on to knock off Brett Frohoff and Ricky Ludes to win that tournament. They may have to do it again here. 4-10. Good shot by Brooke Vandeweghe. If you're wondering about Brooke Vandeweghe's athletic background, he played all sports as a youngster, but actually went to San Diego State on a golf scholarship. So he knows what pressure is like trying to make those little putts.
Well, now he's standing over about a 4-footer with 15,000 of his closest friends watching in courtside.
Steffes looking strong. 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the game off the 9-minute clock. A 10-4 lead for Johnson and Vandeweghe. Clock could come into play, depending whether Kirai and Steffes can rally here. Can't rally without the serve, however.
They're just playing lousy volleyball. They're struggling for everything they get. Jump serving an important part of their game, and it's anemic. Steffes has one ace, but other than that, particularly since Johnson and Vandeweghe have regained some confidence from the early going, Steffes in correct service was very weak.
Carson Kent siding out a little better, getting possession. But now their problem is scoring. Johnson and Vandeweghe have been steady.
Got to move Brooke Vandeweghe around. If you're just going to roll the jump serve in, you got to go deep, you got to go short. You can't just roll it right. Look at that, right into the pocket.
Vandy. Vandeweghe's dream partner, Adam Johnson. He called him for 3 years. 3 years he called Adam Johnson trying to get him to play with him, and he wouldn't. Finally, Johnson became available. They got together. They didn't play well at first, but then they won a tournament in San Antonio, just 5 points away now.
Dedicated, courting.
Side out.
Steffes has missed his last couple of jump serves. He should disdain the jump serve right now. Stay down, just keep the ball in play. You got Karch Kirai up blocking. Looks like he's going to jump serve in any case. Steffes is a mistake.
That's Paul Sutherland telling you that mistake, baby.
Yeah, there you go, right in my face. There's Kent Steffes delivering a facial to yours truly. I think he missed this one too. He's trying to just roll the ball to Brooke Vandeweghe and gets a break. I said that Kirai and Steffes needed some luck. They may have just found it.
Coming back to Manhattan after this. He's had people named after him, but the ultimate tribute came about a year ago when this little fella was named, and the papers were filed by the American Kennel Club. It's official. Karch von Wienerdoggen. Arf.
Built low to the ground. I'll bet he plays great defense.
That's right. I guess you could say Karch and Kent kind of playing like dogs right now. They've got to get their act together. They trail 10-5. Johnson and Vandeweghe.
Come on.
Karch with a dig. And Vandeweghe chopping. That was a good chance for a point.
Kirai and Steffes, you can tell they're struggling. When they're clicking, there would be a good enough set for Karch Kirai to take a big swing to score. Instead, just have to keep the ball in play, and Adam Johnson is there for every easy opportunity.
Little trouble here.
Over here.
AJ spears it. Right to Steffes, down the hatch.
But Adam Johnson staying with his partner. He wants Brooke Vandeweghe to stay positive. Adam Johnson said, hey, forget the overset. We'll dig another ball. I'll get another one, and you try to set me close, taking chance for points.
Karch and Kent led 2-1. But then Johnson and Vandeweghe, behind some great defense, some tremendous blocking, scored 9 straight points to lead 10-3. It is now 10-5.
Come on.
Karch. Boom!
play like that will get you started. It all began with a jump serve ace. What a bomb by Kirai.
3 straight points now for Kirai and Steffes, slowly picking up a little momentum, and Johnson trying to slow it down. Plenty of time remaining. Over 4 minutes to go in the game. Over! Yeah! Steffes!
Kirai and Steffes knew they were struggling at the beginning of this game, but they stayed together jump serving, working hard. You've got to force yourself through the bad spots, and they're back in the contest.
Moments ago, it was 10-3 Johnson Vandeweghe, but here come the Kings. Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland, we could be set for a dramatic finish of the Killer Loop Manhattan Beach Open. The drama building. Johnson and Vandeweghe had a big lead, 10-3, but Karch and Kent starting to come back now, starting to play like the Kings of the Beach. They have scored 4 in a row and now trail by just 3, 10-7. Vandeweghe's actually still playing well. He hit some rockets that Karch got.
He's playing very well. Playing like he did in San Antonio when Adam Johnson and Brooke Vandeweghe registered their only victory over Kirai and Steffes.
Brooke Vandeweghe to serve. Up in Beverly Hills.
Johnson going to favor line here against Ken Steffes.
Over him! Up and no! Not that time. Couldn't get there. Pretty good shot by Steffes. Almost right on the tape.
That's where Ken Steffes wants to go. We talked about that right at the beginning of the match. Down the line side.
7 serving 10. No hit! No! Out! Now it's 10-8.
8 serving 10.
Adam Johnson talking to his partner, and Brooke Vandeweghe knows this next serve is coming to him. He's got a side out here. Don't give up 2 points in a row.
5 straight for Steffes Kirai. Vandy rips it. 3 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Vandeweghe and Johnson hanging on here by 2. The momentum has definitely shifted to Karch and Kent.
Adam Johnson going to try to take some pressure off Vandeweghe now. Go for an ace. Extend the lead just a bit.
Just missed. Serve not quite as easy in a close game, don't you agree?
Well, when it's early in the match, it's no harm, no foul, as Adam Johnson was unloading, but now it's a little bit tighter, and he needed that ace to take some pressure off Vandeweghe.
I got it! Kirai and Steffes moving now. 6 in a row for Steffes Kirai. They're within 1. Trying to tie it up here. Good call. Good cut.
Vandeweghe passed the first test at the beginning of the match when he sided out extremely well. He has failed the second phase. Kirai and Steffes getting all their points off of Brooke Vandeweghe right now, and Adam Johnson really working with Vandeweghe to keep him positive.
Good. Retaining his side out. And Steffes pounding it through. Johnson and Vandeweghe still ahead, however, by a point. Championship final here at the Killer Loop Manhattan Beach Open Center Court.
Complete turnaround in momentum. Adam Johnson was pinching over, taking court away from Brooke Vandeweghe. Big chance. You know that Kirai and Steffes are feeling more confident if Steffes can go for the ace against Adam Johnson and get it.
7 in a row. We'll be back with more after these words from your local station. Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland. Kirai and Steffes trail big 10-3. The Kings of the Beach have come all the way back, much to the delight of the fans finals here in Manhattan. We are tied 10-10, one game to 15. The championship final of the Killer Loop Manhattan Beach Open, one of the biggies on tour. Steffes, moments ago, just served an ace to tie it at 10. And he will serve. Johnson and Vandeweghe trying to hang on.
It was his ace at 10-4 to make it 10-5, and the side change to turn this match around for Kirai and Steffes.
Second, if anybody can get it, he can. He does. What pursuit by Kirai. Johnson answering.
There's always a big argument. Who's the fastest man on the beach? I think you just saw. Look at Kirai. He's at the net. That's 30 feet right there. That's about another 20 feet, and it's only just begun. Here comes the relay race again. He's back to the net and gets back in blocking position. All Steffes had to do was chase once.
Could be an important play for Johnson and Vandeweghe.
I'd serve Kirai right now.
Starts right away.
As strong as he is, he's got to be huffing and puffing.
And Johnson, someone yapping at him from the crowd during the toss, which is technically legal, but kind of unsportsmanlike.
It's a stupid move by the audience. Yell, say anything you want, but not during the toss.
Steffes has settled down, passing well, and Kirai will serve. Card's going to be 35 years old when the Olympics come around in 1996. Perhaps beach volleyball will be included. Not sure if he's going to participate, as Johnson and Vandeweghe take a 20-second timeout. It's interesting. Card said, well, Kent will probably drop me by 96. What do you think?
No, that's not going to happen. Kirai told me that he wants to play until he's 40. He's got a new trainer if he needs one, works out with weights diligently. Nobody takes better care of himself, or quite frankly, has more natural talent. And Card just had very, very few injuries given the amount of competition that he has played.
Kirai trying to become the first man ever to win 6 Manhattan Open titles. 7 greats, 7 legends have 5. Cards could get 6 today. Volley pop serve. Over! And Vandeweghe drills it high. Not bad strategy. 10-10 is our score.
Vandeweghe and Johnson were successful because they forced movement by Kent Steffes. Have to move him short, force him to the sideline. Have to serve tougher even when you're staying down like Brooke Vandeweghe.
And out of the reach of Adam Johnson. So Steffes walks back to the service line. Interestingly, the first volleyball player ever to go hardship in 1988. Did it involuntarily. He was ruled ineligible to play at UCLA when he had played in another volleyball tournament with another player that took money. So he was ruled a professional. And on the AVP tour. Hurts with the block. And Kirai and Steffes lead once again.
What an incredible turnaround. Kirai's first tough block. His partner Kent Steffes has one. And this against Adam Johnson, who is no longer on the roll he was earlier.
8 points in a row for Kirai and Steffes. Could be 9. Karch. Not yet. Vandy to save a point. No! Steffes with a dig. And he puts it away.
Early in the match, no communication for Kirai and Steffes. Now with good reason celebrating after every play, because good things indeed are happening.
Vandeweghe and Johnson have gone dead here. Steffes and Kirai, 9 straight points. Timeout. Johnson and Vandeweghe. Trying to figure out how to bring this one back is Adam Johnson. Just moments ago.
Look at the dig by Kent Steffes. He has steadied out. They have communicated. They have worked at their game. They were not in the match early when they were playing terrible. And now, coming back and coming on. 9 unanswered points. That's got to be the longest point streak in a big match all season long.
A lead of 2 for Kirai Steffes. Steffes another dig.
Jekyll and Hyde metamorphosis for both teams. Vandeweghe and Johnson were whooping it up early, and now they look like they're dead.
Big trouble. 13 to 10. And Johnson finally puts it away. Johnson and Vandeweghe led 10 to 3. They have given up 10 straight points and trail. And I think they need a serving strategy change. I think they need to go to cards. Kent is too tough right now.
He's gotten into that good unconscious rhythm, broken out of that bad spell early. Teams are just intimidated to serve Karch Kirai, and Randy Stokos told me over the phone a couple of days ago, sure, you go to Kent, but you got to throw one on Karch and serve him tough to the sideline.
Kirai and Steffes won this tournament in 1991. They also won again last year, trying to make it 3 in a row. Interesting shot.
The ball rolling around back there, okay?
It got to him, and I blew the whistle. All right, let's go. Let's go. I am.
Johnson taking a loose ball in the backcourt, one that got away.
Use the 3-ball system. There are 3 balls out on center court, and there we see our best friend. I figured it ought to be red, white, and blue on the 4th of July, but everybody who covers volleyball or follows it knows what the yellow card means.
A warning to shut up. It touched the hands of Vandeweghe. Kent Steffes, after some early game troubles, has sided out perfectly.
21 kills now for Kent Steffes.
13 to 10. Johnson rivets one. Still plenty of time. A minute 58 to go here for Johnson and Vandeweghe, but now they just cannot score a point. It's that simple.
Not scoring any points off of their service game. Adam Johnson has missed his last couple of jumpers, and Brooke Vandeweghe serving very conservatively.
Arch sneaks it through. Just a reminder, if you're not familiar with Pro Beach, it's the first team to 15 or the expiration of the clock. A minute 53 and 9/10 to go. It only runs during play, of course, so we start with 9 minutes. Lots of time. In action. Another play. Johnson. Vandeweghe, save. As a basketball player might say, 14 the hard way.
It's like a bullfight. On every contact, the crowd just kept going, oh, and again.
We'll have championship point. Karch and Kent trying to wrap it up when we come back. Marlowe and Paul Sunderland back at the Killaloo Manhattan Beach Open. Karch Kirai and Kent Steffes just 1 point away from another notch of immortality. Kirai can do it. He can become the only man to have won 6.
Karch Kirai to serve.
Mike Bright, Mike O'Hara, Ron Von Hagen, Tim Hunt, Mike Dodd. This could do it.
All right, man.
Steffes does it. Yes, baby. Woo! Hey, that was a great win. That was unbelievable. Kirai and Steffes put it in overdrive, trailing 10 to 3. They close it out by scoring 12 in a row. Kirai and Steffes, the kings here in Manhattan.
Coming up center stage right here after our team interviews.